Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is the last minute collab with these amazing artists. Don't forget to check out the channels. I have added all their links in the description below. Theme for this collab is blue. As usual, I'm a little bit rebellious, so instead of going full on blue, it'll just be a blue rose. I've taken inspiration in the blue pill red pill theory for this artwork. The term red pill and its opposite blue pill are pop culture terms that have become a common symbol for the choice between the blissful ignorance of illusion, which is the blue one, and embracing the sometimes painful truth of reality, the red one. The terms were popularized in science fiction culture via the 1999 film The Matrix. In this movie, the main character Neo is offered the choice between a red pill and a blue pill, with the red pill leading to his escape from the Matrix, a fictional computer-generated world, while the blue pill will allow him to remain in the world with no knowledge that anything is wrong. What would you have chosen? To live in eternal ignorance or in constant awareness? Let's weigh the pros and cons. Living in ignorance may protect you from much of the ugliness of the world. You won't have to know reality for what it truly is. You can avoid experiencing worry and anxiety. In essence, you would be fearless because you won't know any better. However, this also means that you won't be aware of all the potential dangers that may harm you. Take young toddlers for example. They are blank states with very few experiences of the environment. In other words, they are innocent yet ignorant. Toddlers who have yet to experience a burning stove will not know that touching it will hurt. They do not have the awareness until they experience the limitations of reality. Ignorance, though blissful, could potentially bring harm in the future. On the other hand, living in awareness will inform you of all the sufferings in the world. You will know reality for what it truly is, which may trigger worry and fear. You'll experience discomfort and anxiety because you are mindful of the limitations that exist. However, you will also have the awareness to take appropriate action when necessary to minimize potential harm. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 18. For with much wisdom comes much sorrow. The more knowledge, the more grief. I find that words very true. As I continue to learn and experience, the more jaded I've become. I might have escapism tendencies, so the blue pill seems rather enticing for now. It would be nice to retreat behind the rose-tinted glasses than to see the world in harsh black and white. But since this blue and red pill theory is also about choices, I've painted a deck of cards scattered in the background. I love playing cards. Because I was a single child, I used to find ways to keep myself company, and I always carried a deck of cards wherever I go. A game of poker and gin rummy against myself would keep me entertained for a good hour or so. It's a pity I have no talent in counting cards. I have great memory but selective ones. I'm able to remember the most random details and the conversations spoken more than 15 years in the past, but I can't remember where I left my keys 5 minutes ago. But beyond all that, cards also represent choices. You are dealt a hand of cards, and ultimately, your decision to discard or draw a card will present a new situation, be it a winning or losing hand. When it comes to decisions, I hold a firm belief that we should always look forward after making that choice, be it one of poor judgment or a good one. Since I'm a little bit of an extremist, I've had my bad share of really bad decisions and also extremely clever ones. The worst emotion to feel is regret, the big what if. What if I did or what if I didn't? I feel it's a complete waste of time. Since we're unable to travel into the past, so in this sense, my escapism comes in handy by moving forward. Have you ever heard of this saying, when the child is grown, the dream is gone? Having said that, at this present stage, I would prefer the blue pill and live in ignorance and bliss. This piece was quite a fun one to paint. It took longer than it should, but I do like the concept of it and what it represents. I hope you like this painting. Hence, without further ado, let's begin.
Frightened by your